that all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
All these curses. Now what is a curse? A curse is divine punishment. Man, this is a punishment from the Lord, you understand? Keep reading.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Meaning these things, these curses, these punishments from God will come upon thee and overtake thee. Meaning they will happen to you suddenly and without warning, you understand? And we're going to read about them curses that happen to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And you're going to see with these scriptures that they can only be talking about one people on the face of the earth, man.
ISUPK.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Read.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Serve who?
Thine enemies.
Serve what?
Thine enemies.
Now serve your friends.
Thine enemies.
Now serve your allies.
Thine enemies.
Serve your enemies, man. Serve the enemies. Nation of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It says right here, Deuteronomy 28, 48, you would serve your enemies. Keep reading.
Which the Lord shall sit against thee.
So who sent against us?
The Lord.
Who?
The Lord.
Who set these enemies against the nation of Israel?
The Lord.
It was the Lord who set these enemies against the nation of Israel, man. Why? Because we disobeyed him, man. Keep going.
In hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
So this enemy that we serve, man, we have to go to them for fresh water, food, clothing, shelter, everything, man. Keep going.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Now what's a yoke? A yoke is a metal piece that a farmer will put around an animal's neck in order for them to perform work on the field, man. You understand? For them to like push a plow or a cart. You understand? What it's saying here, black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, is that enemy would work you like an ox in the field, man. You understand? Work you down to nothing. And then you have to take that same little bit that you get from that enemy and give it right back to them. Why? For one of all things. My brother just read that. You understand? Keep going.
Until he had destroyed thee.
Until he has destroyed you, black, Hispanic, Native Indian. Well, guess what? You're still being destroyed in this nation, man. Just look at our condition in the ghettos, the barrios, and the reservations, man. We're still being destroyed, man. You understand? Now, let's see. Who is this enemy that the Lord sent against us, man? Who is this instrument of our destruction, man? Go ahead. Keep reading.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth.
You understand? This will be a foreign nation, man. Another nation from the other side of the earth, man. You understand? Keep reading.
As swift as the eagle.
As swift as the what?
As the eagle.
As swift as the what?
The eagle.
As swift as the what?
The eagle.
You understand? Now this is a prophecy. All this is prophecy from Moses written thousands of years ago. You understand? He made mention of the eagle. Now why is that important, man? Because the eagle easily could have said swift as the sparrow or swift as the falcon. No, he said swift as the eagle. Why? Because that eagle has been attached through history to one particular people throughout the face of the earth, man. The oppressor, man. That oppressor is the one who's known as the eagle on the face of the earth, man. You understand? From ancient Egypt, it's like it says ancient Greece, all the way to the Roman Empire, to the European nations, to here in America today, man. That eagle has been a symbol of the nation of people, the enemy against the Lord's chosen people, man. The oppressor, man. You understand? I'm paraphrasing my brother brought out before, man. Obadiah 1 and 4. Thou exalt thyself as the eagle, man. You understand? the oppressor holds themselves in such high regard, has such a high opinion of themselves. It's no wonder that they taken the eagle as a symbol of their people, man, throughout history all the way up to today, man. Keep reading.
As swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, Israelites, we had our own language, you understand? The Lashwa Kadash, we had Hebrew, man. We had our own language, you understand? We don't know no stinking English, no flim-flam Spanish, not until that oppressor came and forced it on our people, man. You understand? That foreign tongue that we did not understand, man. Keep going.
A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance, man. Now, what's a fierce countenance? A fierce countenance is a ferocious aggressiveness, man. That oppressor has had nothing but a fierce aggressiveness towards the Lord's people, and it's absolutely disgusting, man. Just look at their history in dealing with us, man. You understand? Look how they dealt with Kanye West, man. You understand? That man was a billionaire, and now he's taken down to what? Look how they dealt with Jesus Christ, man. That oppressor has had a ferocious aggressiveness with the Lord's people, you understand? You understand? Just look at their history, man. Murdering to take land, then taking the murdering to take land, then the use and abuse of the slaves, and then putting their boot on the same people they did all that too, man. Putting us in the ghettos, burials, and reservations, man, the places of no hope. You understand? Just go read the Bible, man. It's right here. You understand? See what they did to the disciples, man? You understand? Them men who follow Christ, who doing the right thing, follow the Lord. And them demons and them devils, man, they dealt up with a fierce countenance, man. You understand? A fierce countenance, a ferocious aggressiveness, man. Keep going.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young.
You understand? It don't matter your age. Hell, it don't even matter your sex. The oppressor has had a ferocious aggressiveness in their dealings with you, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. You understand? Just look at that brother beside you, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at that brother with that beard, man. You know what I'm saying? He's seen a few winters, man. You know what I'm saying? They did the same thing to Tamir Rice, man. You understand? They had a fierce aggressiveness towards our people, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You understand? Police will take an elderly sister, 90 years old, throw her to the ground like a rag doll, or shoot a young man because he got a toy gun, man. You understand? They'll take our Hispanic brothers and sisters, our Mexican brothers and sisters, put them in cages, man. Men, women, and children sitting in their cages like animals, man. And Native Indian women and girls are kidnapped every day. Why? Because of that ferocious aggressiveness they have against our people, man. You understand? That's the oppressor, the enemy, the Most High sent against us, man. You understand? Drop that. Let's go in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 64, man. Jump down to verse 64, man. That monster, the oppressor, has had a ferocious aggressiveness towards the Lord's chosen people. Why? Because the Lord sent him to be our enemy, man. You understand? He sent him to be our enemy. Now, how do you know that? Because he hasn't had that ferocious aggressiveness against any other nation, man. Not the East Indian, not the Arab, not the Chinese or Japanese, not even the African, man. You understand? He don't deal with them in the same manner he deal with you, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. You understand? You understand? They let them thrive, have their own. Why? Because he was sent here to be their enemy, man. He was sent here to be the enemy to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. So much for that Christian doctrine that says God sent everybody to love everybody, man. My brother just read it, Deuteronomy 20:48. He purposely sent a nation of people to be an enemy unto another nation of people, man. That ain't God wants everybody to love everybody, man. So ask them where they got that nonsense from, man. You understand? Got that from the brother, book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64, man. Read.
Verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
You understand? God has sent the nation of Israel, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians all over the world, man. Mainly in North, Central, and South America, but all over the world, man. And send us amongst nations of people who hate us, man. Keep reading.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods.
And in these strange lands, we started to find so-called religions, man. You understand? Start to serve gods, quote unquote, of other nations, man. Talk about that Hinduism, Buddhism, Rastafarianism, Kemet, all that nonsense, man. Keep going.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
This was none stuff. None of that was anything we knew. None of that was something that passed down by our forefathers. You understand? Keep going.
Even wood and stone.
Even wood and stone. Now understand. Again, all of this is prophecy from Moses to the people of Israel, man. Written 1,000 years ago here in Deuteronomy. You understand? Here in this book. This is prophecy. Now he mentioned wood and stone. Now you have to imagine what he saw here. He said wood. Now, what would that be? That's the cross, man. That's the Christian cross he's referring to here. And the stone, that's the Kaaba stone, man. Islam. You understand? Moses mentioned the two chief religions pushed amongst blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right here in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64, man. These religions that were pushed on us and that we continue to serve to this day, man. And that's part of the reason why we're still in the hell that we're in, being punished by the Lord, man. Serving out to them false gods, you understand? Drop that, brother. Take me to the book Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68, man. Deuteronomy 28 is 68, man. Understand, these scriptures aren't talking about anybody else but you, black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man. You understand? These scriptures aren't talking, because they certainly are talking about them so-called Jews, the ones who claim to be the children of God, you understand? This ain't Rosenberg, Weinstein, and Cohen. This is Jones, Ramirez, Holly Wolf and them, man. These curses haven't happened or are still happening to anybody else but blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Just like this one, man. Read.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
From the top.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
One more time.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. Now, what does it mean by Egypt, man? Is he referring to that country sitting in Africa? No. Egypt comes from the Greek word Egyptos, meaning bondage, slavery, you understand? He said, the Lord shall bring thee into slavery again. Keep going.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
With ships, man. The Lord shall bring thee into slavery again with ships. Taken out of one slavery and into another by ships. Now, what is that in history, man? That's the transatlantic slave trade, man. You understand? The transatlantic slave trade prophesied by Moses here in the Old Testament, the Bible, man. You understand? And get this clear, that transatlantic slave trade, that didn't just happen to blacks, man. That also happened to so-called Hispanics and Native Indians. The Lord's people was mostly put in the Americas and in Europe, man. You understand? Keep going.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
By the way whereof I speak unto thee, man. What is Moses referring to, man? He's talking about the land promised to the Israelites after the Lord saved us from Pharaoh, man. That land, that promised land that we were supposed to reach, that we had wandering for 40 years, man. That land, by where we spake of, he prophesied of, even though he never reached it. You understand? Keep going.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
You know what I'm saying? That land that we eventually made it to, that we eventually had, promised by the Lord, we would never see it again. Why? Because we were sent into slavery, man. That transatlantic slave trade. Keep going.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Unto who?
Your enemies.
Unto what?
Your enemies.
Unto your friends.
Your enemies.
Unto your family.
Your enemies.
Unto your allies.
Your enemies.
Unto your enemies, man. It's repeated over and over again here in the book of Deuteronomy that you, Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, will be sold unto your enemies, man. You understand? To your enemies. These people who had you in captivity. You understand? Just to get it through your head, man. These people will never be your allies. Never you'll be your friends, man. And how do you know that? Because you're still being punished by the Lord. You understand? And because you're still being punished by the Lord, that enemy has never stopped being your enemy, man. He's still the instrument of your destruction on the earth by the Lord. You understand? You go ahead, keep reading.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
For bondmen and bondwomen. Even for slaves, man. You understand? Keep going.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall save you, man. Meaning no man shall redeem you out of this slavery, man. You understand? No law enforcement, no politician, no so-called religious leader, man. The only way to be saved about in this hell that we're living in is to come back to the Lord's law, comply to these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Implement them in your life, man. You understand? And the only place where you can do that is in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander General YAHANNA, man.